Hey, hello world. How are you doing? Hey guys. So Steve Jenkins here again. You're back with me here in beautiful Hawaii, and I like this selfie stick because I feel like it's a news camera off into the distance. And when I have this up close, it's hard because I don't always look at the camera. I look at the little screen because I'm using an iPhone. Anyway, this morning, I had several things on my mind as I'm here in this beautiful place, beautiful grassy little spot where I parked the van. Some of you have followed my vlogs, you know what I'm doing here on the Big Island, but I want to talk to you about something. This is for my Filipino brothers and sisters. This is for you there in the Philippines who struggle with teeth decay. Yesterday, the Holy Spirit put it on my heart to share this with you, and I thought, why don't I just share it? I'll just tell the truth. If this affects one person, if Jesus died for only one person, it would have been worth it, he said in the Bible. So, if this video goes out and if I lived my life and one person was blessed by one of my videos or something I did in my life, it would be a great honor to live my life just for one person. But I'm going to pray and hope that you'll share this video and many people will actually be able to see this video and be blessed by it. Okay, so this is the thing. So many of you guys over there in the Philippines like white rice, you like white flour, you like white sugar. Interestingly enough, the whiter it is, it seems like the more sellable it is because it looks cleaner, purer, but it's not. It's more concentrated. It's more devoid of nutrients. So I'll try to say this as simple as possible. Now I'll just say this. You guys are not stupid. You're very smart. It's just that the industries of the United States have been pushed into other countries. It really started here in my country, and it went to other countries, and people from all around the world bought into this idea of whiter is better, but it's not. So one particular scientist discovered, and I'm not going to quote everything, but Google it, look it up, in a kernel of, for example, a grain. This particular study was with wheat, but let's apply it for rice, brown rice. There's about 5,000 phytochemicals. Phyto doesn't mean you're fighting for bad, it's fighting for good. You're fighting cancer. You're fighting for your life. These are chemicals that are not even necessarily named, but some are. Some are called vitamins, some are called amino acids, some are called bioflavonoids, which are mostly in citrus, but who knows, maybe something like that, like antioxidants are in the brown rice, in the skin. You see, when it drops in the ground, that skin has an immune system. It has all kinds of compounds that protect it from dying. You can't put polished white rice after it's polished in the ground and expect it to grow because it'll be eaten, because all of the protective immune layer that's around it is gone. So if you don't eat the immune system of the rice, your immune system of your body will be weak and unable to provide a protection against disease. Okay, so brown rice has approximately, according to one scientist, and this was applied to wheat, but let's just apply it to brown rice and you Google it, but it's a lot. He said up to 5,000 nutrients, life-saving nutrients, whereas a grain of polished white rice with the outside shell taken off has only about 5. Wow. Yes, brothers and sisters, only about 5 vitamins. It's mostly starch. Now, starch converts to sugar in the body, and so you know what that does to the body, don't you? It causes diabetes. So if you want to get diabetes, take concentrated sugars or starches like white rice, white flour, and of course white sugar. You see, white sugar is incredibly bad. Now let me explain something. A study was done with 2 sets of mice. One of the white powders was cocaine. The other white powder was white sugar. You guessed it, white sugar. Well, what do you think happened? So white sugar and white cocaine were given to these mice and they became addicted, extremely addicted to these white powders. Which one do you think did the most damage? Well, I'll tell you which one. So they put a bed of hot coals, fire, in between the fix, the cocaine, and in between the white sugar. And then the mice, in order to get that, they had to walk across hot coals. Well, the cocaine, once they started walking across, they realized this is hot. This is going to burn our feet off. We can't do this anymore. And so what they did was they just didn't walk across the hot coals, and they didn't get to the cocaine, and they became a recovered addict from that cocaine. Now, the white sugar wasn't as good, because you know what happened? Well, what happened with the white sugar is the cute little, poor little rats walked through the fire and burnt their feet off. Their feet burnt completely off because they had to get to that sugar. Sugar is much more addicting than cocaine and a lot of drugs out there, and people don't realize it. What does sugar do? Well, it's an anti-nutrient, just like white rice. What happens is our body needs a certain amount of nutrition to be able to function, to be able to give us the energy we need all day, not only to walk around, but to fight disease. Let's say there's airborne viruses and there's things in the air that we breathe in that would get in our throat, and our tonsils would try to fight that, but yet it can't, so we get a sore throat. Maybe we get a fever and it tries to get into our blood and tries to get throughout our body, but we can't fight it because our immune system is low. See, every doctor out there around the world, they all know and they all agree that the immune system is the only true thing that gets you well and keeps you well. Well, the immune system is supported entirely by your lifestyle and your diet, by what you do, by what you eat. So, if the body is built up of building blocks that come from what you eat, let's say you have a task to do and you have to do something that's going to take energy. Let's say you have to run up this mountain over here. Let's say you have to fight a disease. Those are two things: run up a mountain, fight a disease. Okay, let's talk about the disease. Let's just use that one. You need a bunch of energy. But wait a minute, you've only eaten white rice. You've only eaten white flour crackers like skyflakes. You've only eaten pencils or something with white sugar. Well, interestingly enough, your body is amazing. Did you know you're fearfully and wonderfully made, and God made your body? And do you know that the energy that it takes to get you well from the virus or whatever it is that's got in you, viruses, funguses, bacterias, but let's just say it's a virus like dengue. Well, what happens is your body takes some nutrition or nutrients from itself. Now you think that's kind of crazy. Research it and find out. You see, your bone is the bank of the body. It stores up vital nutrition. Calcium, of course it's going to have calcium, which neutralizes acid in your body, but it also has vitamins. The bone marrow is rich in nutrition and nutrients. And so when you eat white foods, let's say white rice, in order to process the white rice and to give your body stamina and the vital force of energy to keep you alive, it's going to have to borrow energy and nutrients from your body, from your bones, from your muscles. And what I started with, teeth. Your teeth. That's right, your teeth. So why is it that so many Filipinos and Americans or people from other countries that are poor, why do they have teeth rotting out as a child, as a baby? Now, I'm not saying my teeth have been perfect my entire life, but these are my real teeth. Maybe they're a little stained, a little bit dirty, and I'm working on that, okay? I don't even brush my teeth, quite honestly, guys. I have to admit it. I brush my teeth about twice a year, okay? So my wife doesn't mind. She still kisses me, but I haven't seen her in a year. I miss you, sweetheart. Okay, anyway, she'll get this message. So who knows? Maybe this message is for my wife or my family. Anyway, I love you guys. I love all the Filipino people, but it really hurts me to see little children with rotting teeth out. And then I see them continue, the parents continue to feed the children white rice, white flour with white sugar, knowing that the teeth are rotting out, the bones are decaying, cancer is being set up, and disease is being staged to be an onset throughout their life, and possibly they will die. You know, cancer Used to be 1 out of every 27 people, 30 something people. This was way back, way before I was born. But in the last 10 years, it was 1 out of 3, and then 1 out of 2. Now they don't even talk about it anymore. You know, cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and stroke is 4 of the leading causes of premature death in the world, especially in affluent and wealthy countries. Sadly, it's a lifestyle disease. So I'm going to upload this video. I'm going to share this with people around the world, but I hope that my loving Filipino family and people there, I'm not inferring that my family eat like this, but once in a while, and I see them eat foods that aren't high in nutrition. And sometimes it's because people can't get it, but guess what? Rice, brown rice, is available in the Philippines for $55, $65 a kilo brown rice. So remember, 5 nutrients or 5,000? What would you rather have? And what are you eating it for? Is it for you? No. God made you. You're doing it for God. He made you. He died for you. God the Father gave His Son. This is the greatest price ever paid for anything in the universe. The life and the blood of the Son of God, Jesus, was given for you so that you could live. And what do we do with our bodies? I'm guilty myself. We don't give our bodies the best. So today, let's give our bodies the very best nutrition we can find, and let's search for it. Brown rice, brown flour, whole wheat flour, brown sugar, black sugar. Get the muscovado, get the healthiest kinds. Okay, God bless. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.